Hi, and welcome.
I'm Z,
And I'm Keith.
and we're going to tell you about the movie that we just watched. But first, a little bit of a heads up.
Some of the movies we watch deal with heavy subject matters.
In order to talk about these emotionally delicate things and the heavy subject matters that we sometimes cover, we add humor and crude language to add some levity and to process our own trauma.
If that doesn't feel fun or safe for you, we completely understand. Please take care of yourself first and foremost.
And we spoil the end of pretty much every movie that we watch.
Now you know. On with the show.
Huh? Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I think I did it.
Oh my God.
We did it in the episode. In the episode. I got to take these off. I'm in the engineer chair today, and
Keith decided he wanted to know what it was like to live as a non-binary indigenous.
so I went undercover.
So he's in my pretty pink blanket, sitting on my pretty pink pillow that actually is his. And
Is it?
yeah, you got it, dude. Yeah, you bought it. I don't know
I believe you.
when.
I have no memory.
But it was when it was before I moved in. Like, obviously.
Yeah. Obviously. Anyway, hi guys.
Hi. Yeah, it is weird to be over here.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't hear myself, so I'm like,
I know.
do it.
Joy Luck Club.
Yeah. I sobbed during the entire film.
Seemed like
Like, as soon as it started, I was like crying. I was literally crying as soon as she was like, she said this one feather held all her hopes or something like that. I was like, just sobbing.
So you related as the parents of immigrants? I mean, as the child of parents.
As a child of parents, yeah. No, I think it was just, when you were like, the movie was over and you were like, are you okay? Are you okay? You were like very worried about me because
I asked you once during the movie, maybe
Well,
twice, but not at the end.
Oh.
By the end, I didn't give a shit.
No, you told me at the end that you get worried because you don't know if I'm okay or whatever. You were like, you don't know why I'm crying and stuff. We just had that little conversation.
Yes.
And then you left the room. And I was like, wow, why was it hitting me so hard? And then I started thinking about like, I was like, am I going to be able to get through the episode tomorrow? Because I started thinking about like the ability to like have a conversation with your mom and like have them be a whole person and like talk to you, you know, like, because all of them,
Which is like one of the main themes.
right? Because but like all of them were like, you know, they were like sort of misunderstanding their mother's intentions.
Mm-hmm.
And or like, you know, there was that sort of like disconnect between what their mothers had gone through and what they had gone through and like how, and like them talking about it sort of with their mothers, like let them see that like they were each misunderstanding each other and not that they were both like disappointed in each other, you know, and that sort of, yeah.
Being malicious on purpose.
Right. So that was like, it was just like, you know, at the end, I was just like, you left the room and I was just like sobbing about it. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, wow, am I going to be able to I couldn't even think about it without just starting to bawl. And I was like, oh no. I'm like, recording is going to suck.
So you weren't okay. So you lied.
No, I was okay. I just didn't know if I just didn't know if I was going to cry during the episode. I was like, that's going to be so embarrassing if like the whole episode of Joy Luck, I'm like, it's not that great of a movie, if I'm honest. It's not, I mean, like, I liked it, but like, it's definitely one of those movies where it's like, I knew that there was like some part of me that was just, as soon as the music started, I would just start crying because I was like, well, it's getting, I know what's going to happen. It was like halfway, like just the content of it, of just the film in general, and half of it was like the music cues, and I was just like bawling uncontrollably. And I was just like, oh my God, what the fuck? I got stoned because I thought that would make it easy. Not easier, but I thought, I'd be like, maybe it won't feel. Because usually.
It's heavy.
Well, it won't feel as. Because I was worried. Because we'd both seen the movie before. But like. I remember feeling like some of the storylines I didn't resonate with me, or like I didn't really understand where they were coming from.
Right.
And so I was like, if I get a little bit stoned, I'm going to be more like.
That won't matter as much? Or you'll be more locked in?
I'll be more locked in.
Sorry.
Yeah. Because like whenever, I get stoned watching a movie, I'm like, oh, I have to pay attention to every single thing, every little thing. But I think in this case, it just made me more susceptible to all the emotional manipulation in the film. And so I was.
Right. Which is one of the factors. I don't know that I said it last night, but like why I'm like, okay, you're crying. So is it too much because of, chemical,
right. Oh, I see. Yeah.
Help.
I didn't think that it was going to affect me that way because I don't usually like, it doesn't usually do that. So like, it was just,
right.
I think and it wasn't like, nothing was like bad. It was just like, it was just so beautiful. I was crying at everything, I was just like, oh my God, like every little thing. Really, it was like, I was fucking crying over the scene with Andrew McCarthy and shit like that, where
Which
she's
one?
like,
In the rain?
Yeah.
I died 100 years ago.
It was 60 years. I died 60 years ago. She doesn't say in an opium den. That's what I thought. Sorry.
Well, from opium.
Yeah.
Poisoning.
Yeah.
An OD.
Yeah.
You're racist assumption.
But I don't know. There's something about that. I really do like that thing where she's like, because the story that her mother told her about her own mother, like not understanding her worth and her power and what she could do, and like taking herself for granted, she, lost herself. And then she was like, I'm not going to do that anymore. You can go fuck yourself. And then he's like, hubba hubba.
Which apparently in the book, it's not clear that they reconcile.
Yeah. I read a couple things that I was like, so in the movie, this one kind of pissed me off because I was like, this is such a dark, sort of drastic thing that happened that is, in my opinion, a manipulation of. It didn't happen in the book this way, and the fact that they wrote it reminds me of like the Marilyn Monroe movie where the baby was like, "Why did you kill me, mommy?" And all that fucking stupid shit where it was like, So in the movie, one of the mothers is in like a severely abusive relationship. She's pregnant. She has a baby, and her husband is like, abusive to her, bringing women home in front of her, like verbally, physically abusive. He's just a horrible monster. And she ends up like, the implication is sort of that she like is so overwhelmed with it that she accidentally drowns the baby. Well, right. This is what
ambiguous
I'm
a little bit.
Right. I'm saying like she's washing the baby and it's like, she's like, I kept repeating the same idea over, or the same thought over and over and over again. And then it's like she's holding this dead baby in her arms and like sobbing and sobbing. In the book, she finds out she's pregnant and gets an abortion.
Yes, but then later she has a anencephalic. Later she gives birth to a kid that basically has part of its head missing.
Okay.
And it dies immediately.
But still, like, none of that, it's still that thing where, like, she chose to murder her baby is, like, the halfway implication. Like, her child that's, like, fully born and in the world, she murders it because the dad's abusive.
Well, she does. She gets an abortion.
Right. I'm like, that's...
Yeah, I figured...
I don't want that. I don't like that.
So that's Ying Ying, who is the mother of Lauren Tom's character, Lena.
Yeah.
In the book, first of all, they all have siblings, which you barely see, like one or two siblings. I want to say it's An Mei, who's the mom of Rosalind Chow's character, Rose.
Right.
She has like 7 kids. And one of them drowns.
Right. Yeah. But like, yeah, I'd be really interested to read the book because I think like there's some, but I really don't like the thing where like it's sort of like that. Oh God, what was it? Maleficent? No, what was it? Malevolent.
Malignant.
See, it's not even good enough to remember the name. Where
one of those is a Disney movie.
Maleficent, I think. But he's like
Millicent.
He's like, I'm sorry. She's like, I'm sorry I tried to kill you or whatever. Or I'm sorry, you know. And I'm like, can men making films stop doing the thing where they like...
Amy Tan did co-write the screenplay.
That's fine.
Just
I wasn't referring to this. I was talking about the Marilyn Monroe biopic and the Malignant, where it's like men specifically are like, I'm sorry I tried to murder you, baby, who I love so dearly. And it's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
I'm sorry that I blamed, like, but in Malignant, she was raped.
Yeah, right.
And tried to get an abortion and it like didn't work. And they're like, oh, because you didn't love me, I'm a fucking murderer now. And I'm like, no, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that.
I don't really feel like that. I mean, I hear you, but I also, yeah, okay. I don't need to argue. Sorry.
Yeah. I just really hate the vilification of women who either get abortions or miscarry or like have some.
Absolutely.
There's a lot because like Marilyn Monroe.
I didn't really read it that way in this film.
Well, no. What I'm saying is, I think that the difference. To me, there's a big difference in having a baby that is like fully like having a child, taking care of a child, and then it dying possibly because you were a neglectful mother.
Right.
And getting an abortion when you're in an abusive relationship. Those are stark differences. Those are not going to be similar things. And I think that there is it's a manipulation of like when women are so overwhelmed, they do awful things. And I think it's a little bit of a, you know, I do feel like it's a slight vilification of like crazy women. Like if you go crazy, you could do something really bad to your kids. And it's like, but you know, and I think that they don't, I would like in the movie more for them to have like sort of, cause like she's like, they have this whole scene where like Ying Ying is like, catatonic, basically.
Yeah.
And then it just doesn't get brought up. And they don't really talk about like what's going
Yeah.
on for her. And I'm like, what is
Yeah.
that though? That should be talked about more. And I think like if they'd had her like have the baby and it died immediately, like that would be something that explained more why she was
Right.
in this state where it's
Yes.
like not like, oh, I sort of accidentally halfway drowned my kid because I was, so distraught over my husband not loving me. And it's like, well, that's not,
It's also in the movie kind of the way it's portrayed her relationship with the guy she marries. You get very little, but like
Yeah.
to me, it's like, oh, she's kind of over. She's just really hot for the guy.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Is how I read it.
Yeah.
And she's young, so.
Yeah. Right.
And he reciprocates, so.
Yeah.
In the book, it's more that like she doesn't marry him out of love. She just thinks it's her fate. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Without reading the book, I don't.
Right. Yeah.
But it wasn't in the book. It wasn't even motivated by lust, seemingly.
Yeah.
So.
Right. Yeah. I think this is something that I find really interesting about like, I'm like so terrified I'm going to sound racist, but like, I mean, they're not the same in the like, but like Asian cultures having like a lot of like, I don't want to say superstitions, but like a lot of like very specific beliefs and like and just a completely different sort of set of mythologies that they have.
Right.
And that's so fascinating to me.
Yeah.
Because, even when you're like watching like a Japanese or like a, Korean or whatever film, like a horror movie, a lot of things are like based on
Right.
folk tales that people have been telling for years and years and years and years and years.
Right.
It's not like, oh, wouldn't it be crazy if this it's like, we're going to retell this story that we've been telling over
There's
and over.
a folk element built into
Yeah.
it that
But you
I don't
you have
know.
no fucking idea
Exactly.
because
I mean, I can tell you that I learned without. Well, I guess I've seen Ringu. Well, I've seen Ring.
Yeah.
The Ring.
yeah,
I don't think I've seen Ringu, but and The Grudge.
yeah,
And then not too long ago, I watched Kwaidan, which is a Japanese film from the 60s.
yeah.
Boy, there sure is something about hair in Japanese culture.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, one of the. I was reading the Wikipedia article.
There's another one that I watched. It's called Phone, which I fucking love. That one's insane.
okay.
That one's amazing, and I love that one. But that one also hair.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
There's like a scene where like someone gets completely like sucked into like a wall or something just with someone's hair, and I'm like,
Hot.
okay,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
That's really when I was like, oh, this is okay. All right, this is a whole thing, isn't it? Right? Okay, but yeah, you're like, what? I don't know.
Yeah, and Kwaidan is 3 or 4 separate stories, so it's kind of just an anthology kind of thing.
Okay.
It's all the same director though, but
Oh, okay.
they're all ghost stories. Did I say that?
No.
One of them, I think the first one, is like a guy who's haunted, like he wrongs, and then they're all set in like medieval Japan.
Oh, okay.
And one of them, I think, like I said, the first one, I think, the guy's haunted by his wife that he wrongs somehow. I don't recall, but like the way he's haunted is her hair just comes and like eventually kills him.
Yeah.
Qui-Gon's visually amazing, so I highly recommend it if you haven't seen it.
Okay.
And I watched it because it's just one of those films that everybody's like,
Yeah.
you should probably watch this movie. Yeah, oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. In the Wikipedia article about the novel, and this is one of the things that was hard for me about the film, but I forget who they were quoting, some academic who said like part of one of the struggles either talked around or the source of the tension between the moms and the daughters is that especially the China from the time they came from, the moms,
Yeah.
compared to the U.S. when the daughters were raised into, is a high context culture versus a low context culture in the U.S. I don't know if I agree with the U.S. end of it, but, like the idea that like what's said is not just what's said, it's, and like all the, they do it somewhat in the movie with how the moms talk to their daughters and expect them to understand the nuances of everything. There's everything
Right.
embedded
Yeah.
into what they're saying
Yeah.
and why
Yeah.
they're choosing. Like you get it with the scenes where like when Waverly brings home Rich for the first time and the mom just is silent and smiling.
Yeah.
Lindo is my favorite character.
Yeah, she was great.
No talking in Chinese. How do I know you're not cheating?
We don't know, we not we. You don't know, but we are your auntie, and we are very honest people. We will not cheat you.
When she was telling, oh God, I can't remember, Ming-Na,
Mina
Which-
is June.
June, when she was telling June that the twins didn't know that the mom died, and it's better this way. She's like, I think it's better this way.
This is my thinking.
Yeah, this is my thing. I think it's better.
I am a sucker for like an older character that's in that like a parental or a mentor role who's like you see them for most of them or at least half the movie you see them being like looked up to by the younger character.
Yeah.
And then you see their emotional vulnerabilities or
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
being able to show that they know that they fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's why half of Wes Anderson's movies work,
Yeah.
But the half I like, I mean.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, the scene in the
Salon?
the salon where she just starts crying and like Waverly's like, what happened? Like, what?
yeah.
I was like, oh yeah. Again, as soon as I saw a tear, I was like, oh my God, it's so good.
And let me say, like, all the performances are insanely good.
Ridiculous. I know. It's very funny though, because like, I have such I feel connected in so many ways to a lot of the daughters or the actresses that play like
Right.
Ming-Na Wen, love her. Like I just grew up watching her on like ER, and she's just.
See, I really wasn't.
And
I saw this.
Mulan too? Isn't she?
what?
Isn't she Mulan? Didn't she voice Mulan? So I've just like Ming-Na has just been there, my whole life, and then like Lauren Tom has voiced every fucking Asian character you've ever heard of in anything ever, other than Mulan, obviously. And Rosalind Chow, is Keiko, and I grew up with her, and so like
You were correct about Mulan and Ming-Na.
so like all these women, like
Yeah,
I'm so
right.
like I feel so connected, which is like yes, it's parasocial or whatever, but like
Right. Well, it's just an actor and so you have that relationship with. So,
but it made like I think being like also like this was like 30 years ago,
right.
so like seeing them so young and so and you're seeing how they're performing. And
Ming-Na looks so baby, and
she's an infant,
but she's almost 30.
I know. Even Lauren Tom, I'm like, you were a child.
Oh, yeah.
Like I just want to carry her around on my hip. She's so
I
and like
want to fix her bangs.
and it's just like they're so, and it really does feel so like. I want to try to find that clip of Ming-Na being like, fuck them for not like recognizing any of the performances in this.
But the fact that it was not even nominated for a screenplay,
well, now you're
adaptation.
opening a door.
I don't
Open
care.
it.
I don't care.
but
It's
it's
30 years. It
Yeah.
needs to be addressed.
Not only were we
It
not
needs to be
nominated,
addressed.
but we were asked to. Do you guys remember this? We were at a payphone. We were asked to present at the Oscars, and somebody was on the phone. One of us was on the phone and heard, "Oh, we've just been unasked." Because
I
they
did
had
not.
a-
I didn't
Who-
remember that.
I just remember we're all standing at the payphone.
See, I block out painful memories.
Unasked.
Yeah, unasked or
yeah.
disinvited.
Disinvited.
Nice.
Yeah.
Why?
We don't know.
We'll never know.
We will never know.
And it's like you're watching it and you're like, yeah, that's 100% racism, because this film is like insane. Like the stories that it's telling, the way
For
that
better and worse, it's got Oscar written all over it.
right.
I mean,
Yeah. Right.
that's not a 100% endorsement by me, because
Right.
mostly I don't like the films that get Oscars, but definitely the performances are worthy of accolades.
Yeah.
I don't know about the film in total, but
Right.
whatever. I'm not the Academy of American Academy of the American
Motion
Picture Arts and Academy.
So it's just like, it was sort of like, I think that's also part of it. Like I'm watching these amazing women give these beautiful performances, but it was, the performances are so wrapped up in like, how do I become myself? How do I see myself, as deserving of love? How do I see myself as a whole person? Like all of these things. And they're just doing this insane performance. And the thing is, they're up against, like, they're not just like, there's no standout performance in this. And I don't say that disparagingly.
Yeah, right.
Like they're
No,
all
on that level.
and there's so, in some ways, there's so little time given to each one of them.
Yeah.
And the fact that they can convey all of these fucking emotions in such short amounts of time is fucking sane. And it's like watching that and sort of seeing how like none of them have ever gotten the recognition that they deserve from this kind of thing, and knowing what that is and why that is. It was like, I think that's some of where, also the emotions were coming from, of like,
Even fucking Michelle Yeoh, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I feel like barely gets. I mean, she's just now, and she's.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I was like, she's not. Oh, you just mean in general. Okay. I was like, she's not. In
Yeah, I mean, I feel like she's getting.
I was like, wow, Michelle Yeoh's not in this.
Right.
But I feel like she didn't.
Somehow, I mean, well, she might have. I don't know when she started in
I was gonna say she was. I
Crouching
remember.
Tiger?
I think it was like, what would you say?
Crouching Tiger.
No, but that's when she. I think that was like one of her breakout, like, that did get nominated.
In the West, yeah.
Yeah.
Or in the U.S.
And
Western markets, I guess.
if that was like, I mean, I knew who she was, but it was still like, because she was like doing movies with like Jackie Chan and shit like that, So there was like sort of a, I don't think she was taken seriously as like an actor until probably closer to the aughts. She was mostly like seen as like a,
Kung Fu movie.
yeah,
Yeah.
which is crazy to think about. It's so crazy to think
I
about.
watched, what was that movie called? I don't know. I forget what it was called, but she was in it. It's from the 90s, and it was a Hong Kong movie. Mm-hmm. And boy, did it make me want to get into 90s Hong Kong martial arts movies, because it was insane and badass. It's three women.
Oh, shit.
What are they called? Anyway, whatever. I can look it up, but
I think actresses.
I mean the movie.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Somebody is kidnapping the babies. The police seem helpless. And in the face of unspeakable evil, someone must answer the call. Together, they're the heroic trio. Starring the Madonna of Asia, Anita Mui, as Wonder Woman. Asia's top action actress, Michelle Yeoh, as Invisible Girl. And former Miss Hong Kong, Maggie Cheung, as Thief Catcher. The heroic trio.
Yeah, somehow she's not in the... Well, yeah, I don't think she was in the States yet, maybe.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like,
But,
she's...
No Lucy Liu and no James Hong somehow.
Yeah. You were like, oh, what if James Hong isn't in this? And I was like, I didn't see him in the credits, and I feel like he would have been. But yeah, that is pretty surprising.
Also, you get like one scene with June's dad, basically.
Again,
No
bawling my
dads.
eyes out.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. For sure. But like, no dads
Right,
in this
yeah,
movie.
yeah.
Which I understand,
Right.
but I don't know. Anyway. Just noticing
The
sexism.
I also read the Wikipedia about the book, and
Oh, yeah?
it was I mean, I didn't read all of it because I got to a point where I'm like, I really don't want to read it anymore. But it was saying like that the story is broken up into 16 parts. So there's like 4 stories and 4 there's 4 sections with
4 main sections, 4
stories in each. Okay, yeah. Right?
4 times 4.
Yeah. I was doing the math wrong. I was like, that's 8 4 times? Wait, is it?
No, it's 8 2 times.
4? Yeah. No, it's 8 4. Wait, what?
No, it's 4 times 4 because there's 4 sections with 4 sections each.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, it's the 4 of the sections. I'm like
4.
4. It's literally.
It's math.
Have you seen those like memes that are like when I say such and such and no one knows what I'm talking about, and it's just quoting like a thing?
No, but that is our whole.
And, right. But one of them, I saw one, it was like when I say 4 and no one knows what I'm talking about. I'm like, yes. Because it was a picture of
my favorite.
So
It's my favorite.
4.
Linda will say 4 whenever a number comes up. My favorite is in the. It's when Gene and Alex Papazian have their wizard robot battle, whatever it is, game.
Yeah.
And she's just like 4. And Pop's like, why are you saying 4? And she's like, it's math.
I like the one when they're in the panic room and she just.
You mean the escape room?
Yes, the escape room. And she's like. And she's like 4. And Bob's like, it's not 4. And she's like, 4. And he's like, stop saying 4. It's so fucking funny.
It is.
Also, I didn't really. So much of the time, I saw like, I don't know, Bob's Burger stuff pops up on my feed a lot. I wonder why. And one of them was like talking about like recurring things that characters do or whatever. And it was like, or like recurring things that happen to characters. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was saying like poor Linda's face takes a lot of beating. And they just showed her being like, oh, my face. And I was like, it didn't really register that like anytime she says that, something's actually coming at her face. She's not just panicking. But I was like, oh my God. Like, it was like she gets hit in the face so much. I'm like, oh God, that's. Anyway, whatever.
Remember how you didn't? I remember when you were like, oh, I just realized every time they leave, she says, stay out of my room. I was like, really?
You know
just
why I
noticed that?
realized that? Because I watched one of those videos that was like, here's a recurring thing. And I was like, what? And I didn't know that at all, even though.
Have you noticed that Tina says, I'm okay?
Oh.
Are you serious?
I don't know if it's really registered. Oh my God. Not like, I don't know.
That's her fucking catchphrase. And it starts with like episode 2 when Linda's parents come over and she trips over
and she trips. I didn't.
Okay, how about this is a deep cut. Bob says, oh my God, a lot.
Shut up. Yes, I know that one. Because we talk about that one.
Well, you talk about that one.
And Bunny talks about that one.
That's fine. I don't because It's so obvious. I don't know what you guys are. I like when they switch it up when they do the Thanksgiving at the Mr. Fischoder's, and Linda's coming into the kitchen and she hits Bob. Door hits Bob in the face, and he's like, "Ow, my face!"
I don't remember that.
Ugh.
Oh my god, I'm so stupid.
Oh, reading comprehension, media literacy.
I know. Look, it's true. There's a lot of things about me. Have you noticed though that when you talk to me while the TV's on and I'm looking at my phone, I can't hear you?
I notice I don't ever learn my lesson, but I have discerned a pattern, yes. But the thing is, anytime we're in a room together, the TV is on and you're looking at your phone, so...
Yeah, I don't know why you talk
except for this magical moment every Saturday.
And yet you still try to talk to me. How long are we? I can't see it, so I can't cue.
32 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. That's on me, huh?
It's not on yet. I'm fine with doing it, but I just didn't know how long we were in.
Yeah. Well, so I messaged you this morning, and I'm like, I'm going to want to
Oh, yeah.
do a crash course on the Chinese Revolution at the very least. I started to do that, and I'm like, nah. I mean, it's definitely something I want to learn about, but...
For sure, but not for this episode.
But this is one of the parts that bothered me about the film, because I feel like it's, well, first of all, I think there's some irony in the fact that the movie is so emotionally manipulative.
Yes, absolutely. Which, I'll be honest, that's something that you hate, and sometimes it's something that I'm like, thank God they're manipulating me, because I need a good cry every now and then, and I don't always do it. Like, I distract myself a lot from my emotions, so like that emotional manipulation is actually, I feel like it's good for me. It's also something.
I only hate it because of how susceptible I can be to it.
Exactly.
And
I think I like it because for a very long time, like I wasn't, and everybody would be crying, and I'd be like, why is everyone crying? Like I didn't have like a lot of, like growing up, I didn't understand like a lot of emotions.
You didn't get the cues.
Well, I didn't get the cues, but I didn't understand why people how people felt things. Like I was very confused about it. I think, it's coming from being probably sexually abused and stuff like that, and not understanding, like people would say I love you, and I'd be like, why are you saying that? Like I felt very confused.
I don't have that alibi.
Right. And then I didn't understand, like I didn't have a good example of like emotional regulation. I didn't have a good example of like love or someone being nice. And so things didn't make me cry because I didn't understand why I didn't understand it. Yeah. And it really hasn't been until once I got into a relationship with you and you started explaining to me what things
Human
are.
Emotions.
Yeah. Well, you started saying, this is what a boundary actually is. And this is and like, you started like giving me examples of like ways to like regulate emotions. And like, that's like a thing that you're supposed to do. That's a thing that like, well, yeah. I mean, you encouraged me to do things like,
punch holes in drywall.
Yeah, you're like punch holes, break plates,
kick doors,
especially on countertops. No,
Dad.
Like you'll talk. You always talked about like the reason why medication was helpful for you isn't because it like made things go away. It just quieted them enough that you could actually deal with emotions. And I was like, oh, and so like a lot of that stuff, like I didn't understand that you like that.
I didn't really either until doing it.
Yeah, right. But there was like a lot of stuff where you would like explain to me, like, and you do stuff like if I was having a panic attack, sometimes you'll be like, okay, what do you like? What's that? Over there, like you would just distract me with something, and like you would help me with like I don't know, like just a lot of stuff that I didn't understand that I was like.
I just helped you realize how damaged you are.
Basically, yeah. You helped me.
You're welcome.
And you helped me get to a point where feeling those things wasn't unsafe. like I can cry because no one's going to be making fun of me. No
Right.
one's going to be
Right.
calling
Hold
me
it
out.
against you.
Yeah, it's not
weaponizing it
yes,
against you.
like so I can do a lot of these things, and I understand them better, so they're not as scary to
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
so
yeah.
so in some ways now I'm like, oh, everything makes me cry. I'm like, oh my god.
Why not cry?
Yeah, like, I didn't do it for so. Like
Yeah.
I didn't cry for like I didn't like
I could
things
probably
would
do some work on that myself.
things would obviously make me sad, and I would cry over stuff. But it
Sure.
was like when people would die, I would just be like, and which happened a lot.
Yeah.
I would just be like, oh, that happened anyway, and
Oh, yeah.
everybody would be so devastated. I'd be like, ooh, okay, well,
When's lunch?
yeah, I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go in my room. This is
I'll
awkward.
let you guys.
Yeah, and so like I didn't really understand. And now, I mean, I'm still that way in a little bit. Someone will die, and I'll be like, that just happens. People die.
Yeah.
But then it's also my worst fear that someone will die. So I'm like, okay, that
Right.
makes a lot of sense. Whatever.
Well, it does, given your personal experience.
Right. People die. It's what they do.
Yeah. Kind of true.
Anyway, I know that I've seen the mothers from this in things, but I don't know what.
I don't know that I have.
I know that I've seen, I mean, honestly, I'm like, I know that I've seen June's mom, but I'm like, have I just seen this movie
Yeah.
a long time ago?
So.
Also, it said I think it was,
She's still going too.
nice. I think it was Ying. I think that's who it was. I don't remember. Who in the book, like as a kid, she was like her mother's translator basically, and so she would go with her mom and like translate
Yeah.
for her, and I was like, oh wow, that's okay.
And her father.
Yeah,
How they were both. And that's part of like her, like, not just the way it was phrased. I read it as like, not just Chinese to English, but like emotional translator. Like they would
oh I see. Yeah,
soften how she talked.
okay. Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, anyway, I don't need to go through.
I'm gonna be honest.
The one that I was really got stuck on with thinking I'd seen them before was young Aunt May's mom.
Mm-hmm.
The fourth wife.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know, I feel like I've seen, but I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
At first I was like, is that Joan Chen, who was on Twin Peaks? And
Oh, okay. Okay.
I forget. I remember looking her up recently, and she did that movie. I think hold on, let me make sure I'm doing this right. Also, she doesn't really look like Joan Chen. That was the first person that came to mind. She directed some movie.
Joan Chen.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I want to say it's the one that, what's her name from Color of Night was in before Color of Night.
Oh, I was going to say something. I don't remember what it is. We started talking about seeing.
Oh, no. It's even better. Where is it? Give me director. Fuck. I keep scrolling past director. Yeah, she directed Shushu, the Sit Down Girl,
Oh, what was that?
from which the band takes their name.
Oh, that's right. I think you told me that before, actually.
Mm-hmm. So there's some gorgeous filmmaking in
For sure, yeah.
cinematography,
yeah.
I should
Yeah.
say. I mean, filmmaking, yes, but I mean specifically the cinematography, especially when we're in China, right?
Yeah.
Which I doubt was shot in China, but
Yeah.
we're not given enough. This is the part that really bothered me. It was we don't know. We're told June's mom, Soon Yun, is during wartime. We see her leaving a city
Right.
with a wheelbarrow full of all the belongings she could grab, including 2 daughters
Yeah.
and dysentery.
Yeah.
But we don't know. It's not clear when it is or what war.
Yeah.
And that really bothers me because
Yeah.
for an American audience, that feels really irresponsible.
Well, it would be more than 30 years.
Well, in the book,
Well, let's see.
it's the Japanese invasion of China during World War II.
Okay.
And in the book, it's the women of the Joy Luck Club in the U.S. first meet in 1949.
Oh, wow.
So, which is when the People's Republic of China is declared. But they're already in the States by then.
Right. Yeah.
But the other thing is there's definitely some class shit going on here because...
Yeah.
Also in the book, I want to say that mom is married to...
Which mom?
June's mom, Soon Yun, is married to, it said in the book, apparently, to... He's a soldier, part of the Kuomintang party, which has a long history and still exists in Taiwan, apparently. But were part of the revolutions, were allies with the communists, but then became anti-communist and are center-right at best.
Yeah.
So, okay,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
who is dad off fighting is
Yeah.
the question.
Yeah.
And, so much of it, well, not so much of it. Anmei's mom and, well, Sun Yun is the one who's, no. Sorry. It's, which one? It's Lindo that's given away because of the matchmaking, right? Married to the boy.
Oh, God. I don't know. The only one I know is Ying Ying. And that's only because...
Who in the book is called Betty also.
Oh, right. Yeah.
St. Clair.
Yeah.
She marries a white guy in China
Oh, okay.
because she's working at a garment factory or something. That he is a manager or something, and he falls in love with her. And she decides, what the heck?
Yeah.
After her abusive husband dies, I mean, she leaves him.
Yeah.
But when she hears he dies, she's like, all right,
Yeah.
I guess
Cool.
it's safe.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't it Lindo? Yeah.
I don't remember.
Married to the boy, and then she comes up.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
comes up with the
Scheme.
Yeah.
Also, the shit with Anmei's mom and we apparently pretty faithful to the book. Like, Anmei's husband dies. They all live in the Anmei's parents' home. No, Anmei's grandparents' home.
Yeah.
Her dad dies. And what's her mom's name? I don't know if I'm sure they say it, but
Right.
she goes away because she becomes the fourth wife, concubine of this wealthy merchant.
Yeah.
She comes back when her mom is dying to make a soup of her flesh,
Yeah.
which in the movie is just she cuts herself and bleeds into a bowl.
Yeah. Well, I think the bowl is just there to catch the blood, but it
Yeah.
says that she cuts a piece of her flesh out in the movie and cooks it in a
And
soup.
it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Anyway, her mom still dies. Grandma still dies. But the shit about how and when she kills herself, it's like 2 days before Lunar New Year.
Yeah.
And it's this whole thing about like when people die, they come back 3 days later to settle debts.
Yeah.
But there's also a thing about New Year where you have to settle your debts at the New Year, otherwise you're gonna have a shit year.
Yeah.
And that works. Like,
Yeah.
the guy's so superstitious that.
Yeah, she kills herself because she knows he's so superstitious that he'll treat Aunt May better.
Right. And her brother.
Yeah.
Who second wife has taken as her own.
Yeah. Which second wife set her up the whole time.
Right. I guess, I don't know. It's the second wife makes it so the husband sexually assaults Aunt May's mom.
Yeah.
And then when she comes back to her parents' house, they...
Because she gets pregnant from it, I think, is what happens.
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah.
she can't, I mean, because how would anyone know? You know? But when it's obvious that she's pregnant, her parents disown her.
Yeah.
And so she has nowhere to go.
So
So
she-
they basically treat her like shit because
Right.
she's gonna have their baby, and then the second wife takes the kid when it's born.
Yeah, this was another thing that... Oh, shit. There's something about that isn't shown in the movie, but like part of the reason second wife has as much sway as she has is because she has manipulated dude's superstition.
Oh, okay.
And that's one way that's...
Yeah.
Aunt May figures this out, and so weaponizes it, you know.
Yeah.
And I love the thing with the pearl necklace. That was pretty great.
Yeah.
That's pretty epic palace intrigue kind of shit.
Yeah.
It's not as explicit in the movie, but like in the book, I guess it's like to demonstrate to Aunt May, mom smashes one of the pearls.
Yeah.
She then fixes it so it looks fine.
Oh, I see.
She just takes out one of the she only smashes one.
Yeah.
Takes it out and repairs it. So she
nice.
keeps wearing it. Aunt
Right.
May keeps wearing it. And then
Right.
when she makes her big stand, then she smashes it again in front of everybody so that she's exposed.
Yeah. Nice.
And it works. So that's pretty badass. That and Lindo's scheme is...
I told them the matchmaker had made the wrong match on purpose, just for money.
Yeah.
But those... What I like about those is that's the high context shit, right? Like...
Yeah.
That you can imagine... Like, I don't know. You know, it's easy to talk about the film. I wish it was instead of how it is. You know,
Yeah.
But, like, you see the conflict between... Like, it's not really addressed. It's sort of demonstrated, right? Like, you get these... You get the moms giving their first person depiction of their experiences in China.
Yeah.
And presumably all the daughters know these stories, or,
Right.
you know, at least some part of them. And you get the thing about the feather where, you know, June's like, I never knew what it meant. And also the jade
Yeah. Yeah. the
necklace. And those are in the book too. But, like, it's like... But I don't know. To me, that was like a thing that was sort of hinted at, but not really resolved in a satisfying way for me.
Yeah. I think what is supposed to be taken from like June is that she doesn't really connect with her like Chinese
right
like heritage, and so she doesn't speak the language.
Right.
She doesn't know what any of this stuff means. She doesn't really understand it. And her like at the end, her going back to China to meet her sisters is like her like acceptance of like who she is.
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. But
sure.
but it doesn't like it's I feel like in the movie it's just implied that she like doesn't speak Chinese.
Yeah.
And so
it's definitely shown that she doesn't read.
Well, she doesn't read it, but she tells him in the beginning, she says, don't don't speak Chinese because how will I know if
you're not cheating or whatever. Yeah.
So like, you know that she doesn't speak it, you know that she doesn't, which is also confusing because when she goes to China, she's speaking Chinese.
Yeah, but
I get it, but I'm also like, in the book, her father goes with her
as well. Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that makes more sense
Yeah,
because
yeah,
she would probably, for someone that's like has never connected with the culture and doesn't understand a lot of stuff, it would be I feel like very jarring to suddenly be in an environment where you had to adhere
totally
to
immersion.
with no
I
outside.
meant to look at the casting of the twins was great. Like
Yeah.
they really looked like the mom, so I wanted to see if they were actually related and if they were actually twins.
Right. I don't think so. But they could be sisters.
Well, I guess Amy Tan is actually in one of the party scenes.
It's so funny because, like, I mean,
They appear to be actual twins.
Oh,
or actually
shit.
sisters.
Oh, actually
Sorry.
sisters. Okay.
They don't seem to have any other credits either. Sheng Wu Ma and Shung Wei Ma. But, like...
Does it say their birthday? Their birth date? That's how you know if they're twins or not.
No.
Okay.
Way to follow trail of clues that begin with the same last name. When Khan says that to...
Yeah.
I realize how much Khan's voice changes, too, over time.
I know.
Four.
Would you recommend?
I guess. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. I also feel like, where I feel mixed about it is like, I don't feel like, although I have said a lot about it, I don't, if you're born to Chinese immigrants,
Yeah.
And this speaks to you, I of course have nothing to say about that. Even if it doesn't speak to you, your experience is your experience. So I'm not going to say how.
Right.
I'm not going to try to attempt to comment on how representative it is or isn't.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just generally I feel mixed about, like, I can't tell how effective it is as a movie. Mm-hmm. It brings up interesting things and the storytelling's interesting, and I guess, but like, where I feel weird about it is to present to an American audience this. This feels like one of those movies that white people will love because they're like, oh, thank you for an insight into these strangers that live among me. That is Chinese American culture.
Right, Yeah.
Which, as a teenager, I was hungry for because
Yeah.
my
because of
white
all your
habitus.
Chinese ancestry. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
And also, this is tangential, but like in the 90s, I was sort of had a period where I was very fascinated with Asian culture. Unusual for a white guy of my age, to be sure. Although I don't think I would fall into the weeaboo category because I wasn't into anime. I didn't have a fetish for Asian women. In fact, I was always turned off by white dudes who were into Asian women, not because of the women or because
it's
from an early age. It was obviously felt weird to me.
Yeah. I'm turned off by all men who have a fetish for any race.
Well, that seems like baby with the bathwater. But yeah, mine came from being first a beatnik who then fancied himself a Buddhist.
Right. Sorry.
But my career at Pasadena City College, for a minute, I thought I was going to go for an associate's degree in Asian studies because the classes I were drawn to were like, I took history of the Asian American with Dr. Susie Ling, and that was really, really pivotal for me for understanding or having an insight, not understanding, let's say.
Yeah.
Immigrant communities, immigrant experience, and also just the beginnings of any kind of understanding of like racism in America or structural racism and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And she was a great teacher. The next semester I took, she did anthropology of the Asian American. Anyway, I just enjoyed her as a teacher. Although, I forget which of those classes was the only time I've ever been questioned if I was cheating or not. She called me and another student up after a quiz and be like, you had the exact same answers for each question. And I'm like, I was just like floored because I didn't.
Yeah.
She dismissed the other guy and I was like, I didn't. She was like, okay, I didn't think it was you, but I have no reason to think it's you. But
Yeah.
Anyway. And then I took Asian music, history, and anyway. But it was more Chinese focused.
Yeah.
No, I didn't take Asian music. Yeah, I took Asian music, but I was in a Chinese music ensemble. Got to play a guzheng.
Hot.
I didn't do very well, but there was no way to practice, you know?
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
But anyway, I was on that track and then kind of just stopped going to school
Yeah.
for a minute. But I wanted to cop to that.
Right. Thank you. Thank you for owning your truth.
I want to mention Anna May Wong, who was an early Hollywood, like the first Asian American.
Who?
Anna May Wong.
Okay. Anime. Okay.
Yes.
I thought you were saying
Anime.
and I was like,
God, I never put that together.
Yeah.
But also, I guess it's referenced in the book in relation to June because of her piano playing. There was a girl named Jenny Tew who was a child piano prodigy, Chinese American. She was on the Ed Sullivan Show, and that's all.
Okay.
I had not heard of her before, so
Same.
check out Chinese history.
I think I liked it. I would recommend it just because I think there's sort of trigger warning if you have any kind of relationship with your mom. Yeah. Whether good or bad, it's gonna make you emotional. But I think this is always where I can get sort of confused because I know that I'm white in my way that I look, but I'm not white in the way that I exist, I guess. I don't know. And so there ways that I connect with this movie or like ways that like make this movie somehow emotional or the idea of being able to culturally connect with your family, like having that was something also that was making me emotional because I'm like, what's it like to have such a rich culture that is so accessible to you wherever you are, like that's something that's like very, so like in a lot of ways I was watching it in that way. Like, what's it like to know where you come from, to have your language readily accessible, to have, things available to you culturally, even just within your neighborhood or, to have friends who are, like that sort of thing is like so I don't want to say I'm envious of that, but it's like I don't know what that's like to
Right,
have my
right,
culture so
right.
readily accessible to me, which is also insane because my culture is from this country, so that's very bad.
Well, from this land.
Yes, right, yeah, from this island.
Let me correct you.
Thank you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to misspeak.
Let me native explain.
So that's something that's like a lot of times I look at
Turtle Island Spain.
a lot of times, when there's movies that address like,
Yeah.
a daughter's like inability to connect to her mother's culture or like, and
Yeah.
no matter what it is, it's going to get me because it's like, I'm the only person in my family that
Right.
speaks the language in any degree. I'm doing so much work with my language, with my culture to connect to it, to be part of it and to keep it alive where it's so especially like our tribe and our community, like the language, one of the reasons why we're pushing the language so much is because like so few people speak it and there's no like there's only one like as far as I know there's only one what do you call it, a first language speaker in it, that exists. And so like that sort of thing is like, those types of cultural things are so,
Yeah.
that I can get really emotional when I watch things about, connecting to no matter what it is, no matter what the culture is, but especially like immigrants, like knowing that like I've always like had this, like, what's it like to like know that you could get on a plane and go visit like and have like this whole
Yeah.
family tree, like what like
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
crazy, like, and I mean, and in no derogatory or like, oh, you're more privileged, it's not really like that at all, it's just like that's so different
What a concept.
yeah, like that's so different than what I'm used to, so like
Yeah.
those kinds of things, watching it, I was like when they were playing mahjong and they were like talking about like the Chinese way to play it and stuff
Versus
like
the
that.
Jewish way.
Well, yeah, but I was just like,
No, I just wanted to.
oh, and no, I know. I just mean like, I was like, wow, yeah. What's that like to have
Yeah.
so many things accessible?
Well, yeah, especially when the whole thing with the daughters is like trying to sort of escape.
yeah,
it.
yeah. So I mean, for me, it's like I don't, like the complexities of it are so overwhelming
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Just as an observer.
Yeah.
And I have a completely different experience from it, but just being able to like observe that sort of like thing is like so, but when you were like, white people are like, oh, these people, I'm like, oh, right. Yeah. This is where that disconnect comes in, where I'm like, oh, right. I'm not white in that way because my connecting to it is as an indigenous person who is like so desperate for like, that level of like, being
Connection.
surrounded and like what that would be like to have like an immersive culture, like just in your living room, like that would be crazy, And so like that sort of like thing, like I'm not saying like white people don't think about that kind of concept at all, but like, it's just like, that's not, I don't know. I just think of it slightly differently
Yeah, sure.
or whatever.
Like, I don't want to overemphasize, but, I think another thing that you can do, one reason I have mixed feelings about a movie like this is that depending on country of origin, a lot of, especially Chinese, from what I hear,
Right,
Chinese
yeah.
Americans easily align themselves with white supremacy
For sure. Yeah.
on purpose.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's one of those things that I feel like is kind of like Cuban Americans, where if you came here to escape communist China, which the U.S., of course, would welcome you with open arms. If you're escaping the horrors of communism,
Yes.
you're probably going to be...
So you said Cuba?
Yeah.
Communist China? in Cuba?
I'm saying if you're in the U.S. and you're the descendants of people who immigrated from either of those places.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Because of communism.
I just wasn't sure if you were
The
accidentally.
parallel no.
I get what
Okay,
I get what
okay.
you mean. I just wanted to make sure that I was understanding you.
Yeah, yeah. The connection I'm drawing is that, like,
Yeah.
more, statistically, you're more likely to be right-leaning conservative.
Conservative. Yes.
And typically, as such,
Yeah. Yes.
adjacent to white supremacy, Marco Rubio.
Yeah.
So there's that flavor that I just want to acknowledge.
Mm-hmm.
It's also that, like, currently, like, what's the first thing you think of when you think of China now?
Yeah.
I guess maybe Trump and tariffs, but, like,
Yeah. Right.
China and Russia have been the two biggest sort of boogeymen of
For sure.
to the U.S. hegemony
Yeah.
since mid 20th century,
Right.
at least,
Yeah.
and that remain that way.
Yeah.
And they are actively the two largest economic and military powers outside of Western Empire. So there's just shades and shades of
Yeah.
like,
For sure.
So I'm not saying this movie does this, but like in the milieu of Hollywood and how we consume films and media in the imperial core here, it's like, a touching immigrant's tale. It's like watching Fievel or whatever. I don't want it to be another, like let
There
yourself.
are no cats in America, and the streets are filled with cheese.
What? Don't hide. Don't hide your light under a bushel. In the bathtub.